Hello everybody, I'm Brent. This is a cool shirt. I'm so glad you noticed. Thank you. I lately, over this the past month of March, we've had Discover groups coming in, and yeah, you know what? I'm sitting at a piano and I'm gonna sing this to you in a song, okay? Over 3 weeks we've had Discover groups coming in, and they're doing all kinds of work, volunteering at the food lines. They have come to the center, gone to the Lords Lighthouse. Let me tell you what I did with them. So I took my camera and filmed them, and everything they said was so beautiful, and I want you to see what they've learned. So once I interviewed them and they talked about everything, I put it together and made it into this video. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
My name's Adelina Fisher. Most people call me Addie, though. And apparently my accent, no one can understand that here. They think I say Eddie. I go to school in Grand Rapids, Michigan at Grand Valley State University. But I'm actually from the east side of Detroit, the center at Blessed Sacrament. I loved the sense of community that they had there, and everyone was welcomed, and I met some very interesting people that I had no idea that what they were telling me. But I also got to hear some really deep stories and how people try so hard but like keep getting knocked down, but just keep moving along.
I think every time I go on a mission trip, I always forget how much they're going to teach me. I always feel like I go in with the mindset of, I'm going to go help these people, I'm going to bring God to them. And then I quickly realized God's already here. It's just me helping these people and getting to learn their stories. And that is my favorite part, is getting to know the people. And I may not be making a house or painting something, but I'm talking to them, which is often what people need more than helping build a house or something. Although that's important too, but I feel like a lot of people just want to be heard and loved and talked to.
My biggest thing was homelessness. I'm so much more aware of homelessness and that it really is an issue in the world. And for me, I always used to view people who were homeless as just people who messed up and they were addicted to drugs, and it was the single story. I didn't know anything about them. And from sitting and actually talking to people who experienced this, I learned so much about why they're homeless. They're still people. It can happen in an instant, and it can happen to anybody. And it was just amazing to hear some of their stories and how they've learned from all that. And I'm going to go back to Michigan with such a huge perspective and work harder at bringing awareness to homelessness.
Well, one of the things I thought when I came here was that I was going to be here giving back so much and be doing so much for people. But after spending the whole week here, I really came to understand that it's not about me giving, it's about us working together. And I think that it was really cool to see how no matter how much I gave and no matter how much I served, I never felt like I was giving more. I always felt like I was receiving just as much by the lessons that I learned, by the stories that I heard, by the people who were so interested in me just as much as I was interested in them. And being part of this community of people who want to help each other is such a great feeling. And God was working a lot in me through all of these people.
Lords Lighthouse. I really enjoyed that just because we got to hang out with people and actually serve them, like give them a plate of food, but then be able to sit and talk with them and hear about their life stories, because that's not something we got to do a whole lot. So that was a really awesome one.
My favorite part of it was the music session we had. Growing up, I've always had such a passion and a connection with music, and so to be able to sit down and just share that with other people, like here, that I have nothing in common with and that I've never met before, like it's just such an international language, almost, you could say. That was a lot of fun.
Hello, my name is Brian Langer, and I'm originally from Washington, Iowa, but am currently found in Cedar Falls, Iowa, going to college at University of Northern Iowa. My favorite overall product was probably men. And yes, the guy that we worked with, Michael, I believe, or something like that, he was great and very passionate. I loved that he was really into what he did and he really cared about everyone. But it doesn't mean it was my favorite, because there's a plus about everything. I loved the Project Angel Food because everyone there was just so inviting. It was just everyone's here to help. They were so used to having a lot of people come in and help, and so they knew exactly how to deal with it, and I loved that. And I loved that feel, that fast pace, everyone is helpful environment. And then I also loved the where you worked, especially, you're giving them a chance to kind of express who they are, whether it be through music or your improv group or something like that. These classes that bring out people's individuality in a kind of community environment and social environment. But I think that every single place had a positive to me, and I couldn't actually pick one that I liked more.
So as you saw, throughout the 3 weeks that the Discover groups came here, they made some really awesome realizations, and I just thought it was amazing. And I thought it was a really cool thing because it's not a typical mission trip that I grew up going on. I would usually go and I would work on houses and paint them and help people with, just projects like that. And this is similar in the fact that a lot of them are helping with food lines and stuff like that. But there's also the really cool factor of people, meeting each other and talking to each other and learning about each other and hearing stories of people. And I found that great, and I thought I have to record this and hear what they've learned from this experience. And there were some that have done D.O.O.R trips before as a Discover group, and some of them this was their first time. And I just thought it was really cool to see these people come into LA for a week and experience it in a very quick time, but also, see that it's not all about serving people as far as physical needs, but it's also about just getting to know someone and getting to talk to them. And I thought that was amazing, and I wanted to share this with you guys. So I just wanted to say, thank you to the Discover groups for coming and volunteering a week of your time and really putting out that time. Some of you were on spring break and came here. That's really fantastic, and I'm glad that you did that. And thank you guys for watching this vlog.